So, where was it you said we were going last time?
China.
We're going to make our first stop in Tokyo, then after a couple of days we'll make our way to China.
The homeland.
This will be my first time back in China in 5 years, and this is Ines's first time in Asia. What are your thoughts on Japan, first of all?
I'm very excited. I think I'll be very, very overwhelmed though. Just walking around, I know Tokyo is like massive and full of people, so if I struggled in Melbourne, I think Tokyo will be interesting. Very excited to try the onigiri at 7-Eleven. Yep, and buy a lot of trinkets.
And then, what are your thoughts on 10 or so days in China?
I'm very excited. I'm trying to go in with no expectations, but we'll see how people in semi-rural China react to a foreigner. But I'm very excited to meet your extended family and just spend time, there, as a local.
She said semi-rural. I'm pretty sure it is rural. One of those memes you see online, rural China, city of 1 million people. My knees already hurt.
Old man. That's the pushing 30.
I gotta cut the camera. Made it to economy.
That's crazy. This is premium.
Landed in Shanghai. Plane ride wasn't too bad. There were kids in front of us, but they held up. This is the emptiest airport either of us have been in, which is quite surprising. There's like no one around. Alright, after I think 2 hours of travel from Narita Airport, we finally made it to our accommodation. Nothing special, but we're right in the heart of the city, in Ginza. We are going to make our way to a 7-Eleven of sorts, pick up some snacks just to get us going until dinner, and pop up into the flagship Uniqlo store.
Hell yeah.
This morning we made our way to Asakusa. We got something planned at 11. Unfortunately it's raining quite heavy, but we did stop off at a family mart, pick up a few snacks. I know it's like the number one thing to froth over in Japan, these little supermarkets, but honestly the food is just too good. In terms of stuff you can buy here, it's mainly like souvenir trinkets, but there are also a lot of traditional Japanese foods that are sold here. So we just spent the last hour getting ready in kimonos. I know my ancestors are rolling in their graves, but it is what it is.
strawberry chocolate crème. That's nice. Different light. Did you have a taste?
It was just plain. That's good. Yeah. And a lot of matcha cream.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Hey, when in Japan, matcha everything.
Yeah. Oh, look at that strawberry.
Your first time in Asia, first time in Japan, and came to the biggest city. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Like, bad in the overwhelming sense. But I think I was expecting, like, Melbourne chaos. But obviously everyone here is very polite, everyone is very quiet. So it was actually quite chill, and the metro system is quite easy to navigate. But it was very good. It's been very nice.
To expand on the point Ines made about how everyone's quite chill and keeps to themselves, even the cars keep to themselves. The streets are super quiet.
Even when we nearly got into an accident yesterday.
No
one
beeps,
beeped at
no
us.
honking.
What's
Any
the
favourite spots?
Favorite spots. Asakusa was nice if I had had cash, because like a lot of the stalls there obviously we're not going to take card. It would have been nice just like to actually eat the little snacks the vendors sold, not to buy the touristy things, but just yeah. Otherwise, actually our walk yesterday morning in Harajuku, like instead of taking the main street, we just took some off streets and just saw little shops even before they opened. That was quite nice.
A lot of little boutiques on those side streets. Obviously clothing is a bit expensive in those boutiques, but they look nice.
What about you?
I really like the kimono fitting, or the kimono experience. They dress you up, wrap a couple tight belts around your waist. I think I had like 3.
I had over 10.
Ah, well.
Like every time they put a layer on, they're like, here we go again. It was quite funny having people just like pointing at us in the kimono and yukata. And it was also nice seeing other people doing that.
So, where are we off to today?
We are off to Xiamen.
Well, that's pretty good.
Haven't been so narrow.
Yep, and then we're going to take a train back to little old city of 1 million people called Longyan.
Village.
Honestly, it's a village. Dusty, no roads basically.
If you put a single road on this vlog.
Alright, see you there. I already feel so cultured.
This is just like Spain.
Do you feel enriched in culture?
What do you mean? We're all Chinese here.
What is today? Day 3?
In China?
Day 3 in China. Lost track of time. Don't know what day it is. Don't know what the date is. Nothing. Kind of peaceful when it is like that. Except yesterday wasn't peaceful. It was the longest day. So yesterday was the dress up shoot. One was more Western focused.
Yeah, more modern. We wore our own clothes.
Mm.
The clothes they had there didn't quite fit me, so
Yeah.
luckily
A little bit old too.
a little bit outdated. But anyway, luckily I came prepared.
But the traditional wear was nice.
It was
A
really
little
pretty.
breezy, but
Yeah, I think yours was just a little too short.
I think they needed to come with an extra undergarment
Yeah.
for the legs. So we only were able to select 21 photos to be, you know, professionally touched up, and they were already very touched up by the time we were selecting them.
I think they just automatically, like, they download them to a software that like makes your eyes bigger, your skin wider, and I don't know, your whole body a little slimmer. But yeah, my eyes were looking a bit crazy.
Yeah, our skin was extra pale.
Despite putting weight paint on us.
I think they're going to get printed out, some of them.
Yeah, surely they'll print some, because like I imagine Matt and I will want some.
Jump scare. Middle of Longyan, not sure what we stumbled upon. It's like a elderly gambling ring. Oh, the great firewall holding you back, Ines.
Let me in!
It's actually just protecting the rest of the world from the Chinese.
It really is.
Yeah. You don't want them broken free.
That's where Nana used to live. Not the not the home that's fallen down, but whatever home was there.
这是我们的房子喽，老房子，所以我结婚的时候就这边。
see people put their clothes up to dry on the streets. No petty crime in this country.
Right.
Safe.
Right, but the council would be insane.这边呢，
对阮美松吴爱华抗力捐了1万元。
Grandma's old primary school.
这边一个教室，那边一个教室哈。那这边是一个老师住的地方。
这边跟教室没有围墙，就这样坐着的。
啊，不是有围起来。
哦，有围。
这边有一个教室，还有这边，那大门是要出去。
哦，这样。
是这样。
这里它保留了。
This is a ping pong table from 80 years ago.
Heard enough from you. See, those look like they've been here 80 years.
你会打吗？
啊？
你会？
哎，那我会玩这个。
What souvenirs are you getting?
The little huts.
I've got like the little key rings of them.
Like of the actual ones or like?
Yeah, the actual ones.
Yeah.
And it's like they like put in the mold or the casing, the plastic casing thing. Do you know what that is?
Well, the resin thing.
Yeah, the resin things.
So I want one that isn't like an actual resin thing.
Fulfilling a lifelong dream of Ines's.
See Mulan's house.
I didn't know it was her house.
It's her house. I love it.
So here the tour are basically enclosed in a visitor centre sort of thing with tour guides, and we'll be stopping at the first clay house for lunch. Currently 31 degrees. Everyone's still wearing pants and jackets. I'm here in my modesty sleeve. I don't get it. Taking photos?
Sorry, I forgot I was on story duty.
You're on story duty. Half an hour of my life, 100 yuan, definitely an overpay.
That one?
这个。How are we feeling about this fit tonight?
Honestly, fire. I really like it.
Mine's a bit too flowery, I reckon. I think it's a phoenix.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh well, not enough colour last time.
Yeah, makes up for it.
I like the headband though.
It's a nice touch. It's not often they've got accessories for the guys, so.
Go for those. This is Ines's first time having skewers
In China.
In China.
Yeah.
China.
Out on the street.
No one's told mum. She's like, where is my family?
She's on her phone, scrolling.
Real. She wouldn't even realize.
You gotta really get that on the side of the road.
Texture of the wings.
I like the I like the texture. It's quite nice.
Is it just crispy?
It's just crispy nothingness.
Oh, I looked that one in the eye. It's weighing me out.
Mana, mana thổi tay dài. Mana. Ê. Hả?
My hands are too soft for all this manual labor. I'm an office worker. Through and through.
No calluses. Thank you. his grandma.
It's like my grandma.
It's our last day in China, here in Xiamen, taking a stroll on Zhongshanlu, which is basically Old Town. It is now a pedestrian mall, which is quite nice. Don't need to dodge cars and motorcycles. JK, still have to dodge motorcycles. Few more hours until we're off to the airport.
Back to reality we go. Xiamen has been quite nice.
A lot colder than I expected.
Freezing.
First time in China.
I did it! I think I did alright. Spoke a tiny bit of Chinese, so you know, there's that.
So, well, this trip was 2 weeks. Yeah, packed a lot in. Weren't really any days off.
Like when we were staying, we were socializing, but then most days we were traveling and socializing. My highlight of the trip was, well, one of my highlights were the evenings when your sister, yourself and I would just be like, tea? Tea? And we'd just head to the tea room. I think we'd get about an hour to an hour and a half, pushing it sometimes 2 hours of just us, and then eventually we'd get stragglers. We'd get mum, dad, uncle, just, huh? What are you guys doing here? Move over. What was your highlight?
The dressing up in Hanfu in Chanting. Especially looking into the night scenery. China puts up a lot of LEDs in like the touristy areas. Yeah, looks very nice. And they put up a lot of mist machines if you're close to the river.
And there was music.
So it looks like those historic dramas. Very nice.
That was very nice.
I did like that I can use Alipay. Good to know that eSIMs can work, though sporadically, but if you have a stable mobile connection, it works fine. Also good to know that I can book DDs, the equivalent of Uber, and get to places pretty easily there. So, all info for next time. See you in Europe?
Oh, the stag do. Japan?
Japan. Finland.
See him.
Estonia.
See him in those places.
Germany.
I'll be in Spain.
Random country in between.
Oh, I'll be in Spain.